Hello, silly people on the internet, and welcome to another rant session. In today's rant session, I actually wanted to talk about a really happy topic. As you can see from the video title, it's very happy, very celebratory, very sunshine and rainbows. I think I may have lost my spark pretty much recently, ever since maybe ever since the burnout video, or maybe afterwards. Kind of like in that time frame, I thought that granting myself the freedom to not care about posting whatever is gonna make my posting schedule actually better. Uh, I don't think it did though. I think it did improve my relationship towards the channel. Whenever I wanted to post, I would feel like hatred for this channel in particular. But like nowadays, I kind of use that as my little blog, as my little throw a pin on the wall every once in a while, maybe post a video every few months. It's fun. I like talking into the microphone right now. I'm making this video in like 2 hours. In like 2 months, I've noticed something. I've noticed that I've been switching a bunch of things that I wanted to do. Cause I feel like I lost kind of like my spark of not like my spark. I this is such a broad term saying like I lost my spark, but I kind of lost my passion for things in general, and I feel like I've been trying to like gain it back, because I feel like at 13 or at like 15, like that age, I never had this problem because I had like a clear goal in mind. I had like a clear purpose at the time. I knew what I wanted to do in the future. I knew what I wanted to do at that moment. Like, I never had that problem until now at the big 1-7. No, but I have just only like a few months until I turn 18, I and I feel like I feel like I don't know what I want to do, and I feel like I don't have time, even though you probably like technically I do have time. The world doesn't end when I turn 18, but my brain's kind of treating it that way, It's kind of weird. And but yeah, I've gone off topic. So for people that have been watching for a while, you might have remembered the visual novels I've been trying to make. Well, not visual novels. There was only one, and then I made Nedvale, and yeah, whatever. I've been trying to remake one visual novel, and I keep switching stuff. Like I was trying to make the visual novel, and then I kind of like 2 days later after I wrote the script, I couldn't do it anymore, so I switched to like trying to learn how to make music. I made a banger though. I made like a crazy horror song. Hear this. Maybe I'm gonna put it on the screen if I can find it. And then I switched to like trying to learn how to 3D, how to use Blender and shit. Try to learn how to make pixel art backgrounds. I've been just switching so much like from a thing to another. And then I've actually started wondering, this is more of a problem I got like since last month, cuz until now I had like a clear goal. Oh, I'm going to do this after I'm 18 or near my 20s. I'm going to do this after I finish high school, I kind of lost that. I started thriving for more, Before, I never thought I would go to college, I thought college, not for me. But and nowadays, I kind of do want to go to college. I feel like I can't go to college until like I'm 22 though, because I gotta deal with some stuff beforehand. But whatever. Even college wise, I don't know what profession I would want to study at college though. I don't know. I just feel like just the thing with like I feel like I lost my spark, and I feel like I'm looking for it in so many different ways. Like I feel maybe my like current thriving for, oh, I want to go to college now. Maybe that's because I'm also maybe that's because of my lack of like purpose. I guess like the lack of purpose I see right now. I'm not making this video into like this video. Do not take it as like a cry for help or anything. I'm okay right now. I'd say I'm really okay. But like I just wanted to talk about it. I just wanted. It's weird. I'm like I've I've never had this problem in my life. Like until now I've had problems that are like really unique and specific. But I always had like a clear goal in mind of what I wanted to do. But like nowadays, I feel like I don't have that anymore. I feel like I I feel like I'm at the finish line kinda, and I'm saying like, now what? You know, I don't know if this makes sense. Yeah, I feel like I'm having like my midlife crisis, and I think you're supposed to be having that at your midlife. You know, I'm not supposed to be having that like now. But yeah, life in general just be seeming really short, really fucking short lately. Because what do you mean? Like, okay, now after I finish high school, I need to either work at a specific job for the rest of my life. I will not specific, but I pretty much work like very specific jobs that pay well. Well, pay well, pay medium, pay whatever if you don't have a college. I either do that or I get a college and then maybe have some prospects of having like a career growth thingy. But even then, if it seems so weird, because it seems so weird, because I feel like I'm discovering something as I'm talking about this, actually. Whoa, this is kind of like therapy, isn't it? I feel like this all stumbled from this, actually. I feel like that's why maybe this is what caused my lack of purpose, or my feeling like that, or my feeling that I don't really find joy in doing things anymore. I don't think it's directly the cause. Maybe it's some form of depression, I don't know. But like, I feel like this plays a big part in the next thing I'm about to say. Life it feels really bland and really short. Like looking forward, okay. Until now, I had like a goal of, oh, I'm gonna escape my bad circumstances and then I'll be free, you know. And now that I'm really close to freedom, in a sense, everything after freedom just feels bland. I feel like my brain kind of oversaturated in a way, like adult life, or oversaturated, like over what would be the word, like overjoyed, over put a word on the screen. And now that I've actually, like, I'm pretty much close to it, it just feels bland. I don't know. And maybe I'm gonna change my opinion after I hit like my 20s or something, or maybe even sooner, or maybe not. I don't know. I just really wanted to talk about this and post a video. I just wanted to post a video, in all honesty, and rant about stuff. But yeah, how do you guys deal with that? Like, especially if there's someone in my audience that is like older in general, like fucking over 20 or something. How do you deal with like looking into the future? Because I feel like in my situation, I feel like it's also caused by, I don't want to have a family. Like, looking into my future, it just seems like, okay, I work and then I stay into like 60 and I get some disease at 60 and just fucking die by 80 or something, or sooner. I feel like maybe people combat this nowadays. Well, not nowadays, in general. I feel like people combat this by like thinking, oh, I'll have a family, or oh, I'll have a romantic partner, but I'm a romantic, a romantic. I don't know how it's pronounced in fucking English. Put the flag, woke. Yeah, so I don't really plan on having a family in the future, or a relationship in general. So life just be seeming really bland. But yeah, in general, it's been kind of hard to do things I once enjoyed. I feel like that's a diagnosis criteria for some kind of depression, but I don't think it's depression. Okay, maybe I'll ignite my passion again. You know, maybe I'll find some form of purpose in all of this. Maybe I'll leave my not midlife crisis. But yeah, that was my TED Talk. The next video is probably gonna be posted in the span of 1 month to 20 years, giving myself that free. Yeah, I just don't know what I'm doing anymore.